Welcome this morning to Table Talk. We have an exciting Table Talk this week. We have a guest with us. So you're seeing a new face here instead of just the normal employees. We decided to do something fun and invite a local designer. This is Emily Call.
Hi.
From Salt and Pepper Stitching.
Yes.
Correct? That's
yes.
Yeah. So she's a new cross-stitch designer. So we're excited to have her join us today. And I, of course, am Sandy. And we are happy to have you here. So we're going to start. Emerald's going to show a couple of things that she's worked on. And I'm just going to show a couple new things that have come in the shop, and then we'll get started with Emily. So, Emerald, do you want to come show us what you've been working on?
Yes.
We're going to bring her around the front here.
Okay. So this is the same idea that I use for that piece.
That is so
that-
Emerald!
and then I just stitch a little bit. They're not perfect, as you guys can probably
Oh my
see.
gosh, no, it's adorable.
And then I make a mistake by like cutting them.
I'm going to bring this
That is
in.
fabulous. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Thank you. So
I
yeah,
love it.
they're just quick and easy. I don't know
I think
which
that's
side
fun.
you think
That's
is the up
so
one.
fun.
Well, is this a
However.
rainbow? Or is it just like, it could be either, couldn't
Yeah,
it?
it could be
Oh,
either.
cute.
I just
really
think
don't
that's
know.
so fun.
So yeah,
I
That
think
was-
this looks like you're bringing some of your culture,
a
your
little.
heritage,
Yeah.
heritage into this.
Yeah.
Is that, you know?
So just like some.
But I love it.
How cute. I love that.
So
I
cute.
hope you make more to kind of
Yeah.
have a gallery.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
a gallery of emeralds.
So yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I made that landscape, and then I was
Mhm.
like, this probably goes with it. The same
Yeah.
color.
I
same
love it.
kind of
You'll be
feeling.
like me. You'll have nothing of yours in your home because I'll be snagging it all to come to pine needles.
That would be nice. That would be nice. I'll feel very proud.
Oh,
looking at
I
them.
would be so excited to have them brought in. So let's hang them in the shop. Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
okay.
gallery.
And then this one, you wrote the pattern, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I didn't really make it exact the same.
Okay.
It's just like a small
Pink.
pin cushion, yeah.
Cute.
And then they're not hard to make. So we'll put this tutorial out this week.
Okay.
So like when you guys see it, it's already up there on YouTube.
Cute.
Awesome. So our little cactus.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
These are the things I have.
Good job, Emerald. Okay, so I'm going to show. So we've in the shop now. We have this kit called Under the Tree, and it's to make this tree table runner. So cute. This is by Anka's Treasures, Heather Mulder Peterson, and it's one of Riley Blake's box kits. So as usual, they come in their little collector's box with all of your fabrics
Oh, that's
to create the table runner, including your charm pack, and then really nice instructions on to create that, all in color. And so that is a fun little project we just got in, and we have a few of those in stock. So we also got, you know, Christmas, it is what it is. It's all over the place here at the store.
Emily, do you quilt at all?
You know what? I don't. That is something that's like a bucket list item. But I don't really sew.
Yeah. We all have our different interests, and
Yeah.
you know, like things change with time. Now the background of this, let's talk about this first, because this is by Meigs and Me, and this is their new Trick or Treat quilt. And we have this kit in the shop.
So
We
cute.
also have her Itsy Bitsy Spider quilt, and our Block of the Month, which is a 3-month program for, what's it called? Toil and Trouble.
Yes.
I had to think there for a second. And that starts this week, but you can still, well, there's a couple
There's-
spots
yeah.
left. So you should be able to, if you hurry, snag that. So I love, she's a local designer. She designs for Clothworks Fabrics. She's just got such a cute, unique style. Always a little bit of embroidery. This one's got just fusible applique, so it's really simple. It's not needle turn, but if you do needle turn, you could always do that. And she always has a little bit of embroidery. Her it's a Itsy Bitsy Spider quilt. Oh my word, I love it so much.
So cute.
And it doesn't just like say Halloween. It's like, who didn't sing that song
Yeah.
growing up? You know, Itsy Bitsy Spider. So, and we got a new Christmas fabric collection in from Sweetwater, Snow Kissed, and it has just got the cutest prints. So that's the red coloring, and then there's it's fabulous. I love this little home print.
Those are cute. I love the little hats.
Yeah, and the
Those are
little
adorable.
cat, aren't they cute? And so just some really fun, and I always love her aqua colorways. So great plaid. This fun words print. Again, this caps,
Yeah,
but they show
those
up
are
so cute
adorable.
on
So cute.
the blue.
All these little motifs make me think you can put it on your magnet.
Yeah, you could do
Right.
little magnets. You could use these for the backs of your cross stitch projects, like some of the ones you're going to be
Yeah,
showing us.
I know.
have fabric.
I'm already
Have-
looking at these.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
where
Have
can I
fabric
use
that
those?
you put them on, to back your pillows and stuff, because they're such sweet little motifs. They would really be cute for any project. But this is a fun collection we had come in.
Those
so.
are darling.
Yeah. So that's some of the new stuff in the shop. Of course, new stuff comes in every day, so check back with us. Online, you can go to our What's New page, and it sorts by what came in July, or what is just new fabrics or new patterns. So you can go there to look at all our stuff. Okay, now let's get to the fun part. Emily. So Emily, you live in the Salt Lake area, right?
Oh, yes. I grew up in Sandy and now I'm in Riverton. So very local.
We saw her on Instagram, my sister Kathy, who's the cross stitcher here, and I saw her and we were just like over the moon. She's such great designs.
Oh, well, that's so
love
sweet of you.
love your style.
Thank you.
So I'll get this, well, let's just turn this here so that we can have some white background to what you're gonna show.
Okay.
Okay, so you got started how long ago designing cross stitch?
A year ago.
Yeah.
Actually, well, not even, well, yeah, about a year ago.
A year.
So I've cross stitched off and on over the years, probably starting in like 3rd grade maybe.
Yeah.
Oh.
So my mom cross stitched,
Okay.
a little bit here and there, but she was mostly a seamstress. She
Yeah.
sewed. And I took my mom about a year ago to have a medical procedure in Colorado. And I took a cross stitch along because I knew she'd be in the hospital and
Okay.
I needed something to do by myself in the hotel room. So it kind of rekindled that love of
Yeah.
cross stitching. Came home and I was like, well, I've been an illustrator.
Okay.
So that's kind of my background. And I was like, well, why don't I just try designing my own? And I had such a blast. I came up with a few patterns, stitched them up, and I had posted them on Instagram. And I was so blown away with people like responding, like, do you sell these? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, but I could, I guess. I had an Etsy shop that I sometimes threw stuff in.
Uh-huh.
And so I just listed a few patterns and everyone just like started buying them. I'm like, whoa, I'm selling these. Like, this is
Yeah.
cool. Like, people are enjoying them as much as I was enjoying creating them. So it just kind of went from there. And
I
I've
know
been
we
so
have
blown away.
employees that have been on and bought at your website. So
Yeah, so I'm just happy
So
that people
cute.
love it as much as I do.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's been
So you
fun.
said you started in you were an illustrator.
Yes, so ever since I was little, I wanted to be a children's book illustrator.
Okay.
So I went up to Utah State and kind of was going into illustration. Anyway, life events happened. Ended up moving home. Then I ended up getting married, having 5 kids, and
Yep.
life got busy. And so I didn't really pursue that until a few years ago. I found an art agent that started doing like surface pattern design.
Okay.
And it was good. It just didn't feel like the right fit for me.
Uh-huh.
And so just this happening by accident, I'm like, I
It
feel
just
like this
feels
is my
right.
thing. Yeah. And so
Good.
it's been fun. I've had so much fun. I'm
Oh,
excited
that's
for where it goes from here. So
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
She just has the most wonderful style. So
you are
show
so
us a
sweet.
couple of your things.
Okay, so these are my new things. I just released them this week. So this one, oh my gosh, I'm gonna
She
blink.
brought the spider, Kathy.
This one is called Creepy Crawly Alphabet, and I don't know,
So cute.
I love this one.
Yeah.
It's just quirky and fun, but it kind of, I don't know, it has some cute.
That's what I
little-
love about your style.
Halloween
it's just got
vibes.
this whimsical,
Yeah, and then this one here is Halloween, and I have, oh, I should have counted like 5 or 6 patterns that kind of.
like you've got thankful.
Yes, I
right?
have thankful. I
Which
have a
is
Valentine's
beautiful.
one that says be merry. Anyway, I have a couple of those. So if you are looking for kind of a whole series,
That's kind of
I
a
have
good-
those. Yes.
yeah.
And then this one, I love. This one's like my favorite. This cute
Have you
little
seen
witch
this one,
one here.
Kathy?
It's
So
called Best
delicious.
Witches. And this one is super cute. This one
Yeah.
kind of reminds me. So I have 2 sisters. And when we were little, my mom would sew all our Halloween costumes.
Uh-huh.
And one year, all 3 of us were little witches. And so, like, my sister, I have a sister with light hair and a sister with darker hair. And so, I don't know, it just kind of
Oh,
reminded
so
me of them
cute.
when I was creating it. So I love that one too. It was super
Love
fun.
it.
Yes. So,
And we love Halloween here at the village. So,
Yes.
we've got to get, I'm going to be getting some of her designs and having Pat or Kathy stitch them up for us. And I'm just so excited.
so fun. And that's another thing too, is just being so new. I don't have paper patterns yet.
Yeah.
That is in the works. I was hoping this summer it would have worked out. But life is busy in the summer.
Absolutely.
It's busier
And
than
you're a
you
mom,
think.
and you're like, yeah, life gets
So
in
that's
the
my
way.
goal this year. When the kids go back to school, that's my new adventure. So hopefully by this time next year, I'll have paper patterns and ready to go. So that is kind of a fun
And we
thing.
will post a link to her website,
shop.
her Etsy
Yeah,
shop. Is
Etsy
that
shop.
right?
I don't have a website yet,
Right,
guys.
your
That's
Etsy
coming
shop.
too. My Etsy
So,
shop.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So
Where you can see all of the designs she
Yeah.
has because they're so cute.
yes.
And then you've got something else.
Yes, I do. So Emerald had asked me just like, how do I get inspiration? This is a pattern I have not released yet because I'm still trying to decide how I want to finish it off. But my husband and I and my two oldest daughters, we traveled this summer. We went to Italy and then we went to France. So when I came home, I wanted to capture kind of the feeling of our vacation. And so just, you know, seeing like the world through my daughter's eyes has been so fun. Like just letting them see like the Eiffel Tower and like when it was sparkling at night was so fun. And then we actually brought home a little red beret for my youngest daughter that's at home. So I don't know, I just wanted to kind of capture the feel. And so
I love it. So you kind of draw an inspiration from
from my kids and life and
life.
so and you know, there are times when I create patterns where I just start designing them and I'm just not really feeling it. So I'll just put them on the back burner for a while. Sometimes I'll get them back out and we'll run with it. And sometimes I just toss them. So
Yeah. Do you use a specific design program?
you know what? I have two and I wish I could tell you the names right now. I can get that too. One is specific. I think it's Stitch Sketch.
Yeah, I use, I think I can't remember what that
That might be another one too. But I do it on my iPad.
Yeah.
I love just kind of the feel of, because I draw on my iPad.
Right.
That's how I do
Yeah.
illustrations. And so just kind of the natural drawing with my Apple Pencil is kind of how I design.
Yeah.
So, and it's portable. When you're a busy mom and you're on the go from one thing to another.
And when inspiration hits you, wherever
you
you're
just
at,
go with it.
'cause
Yeah.
you never know where you're going to be when that inspiration hits you.
For sure.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah.
So I see you stitch on linen. I assume that's your favorite medium.
I do.
to
I mean,
stitch
I
on.
will stitch. I do have one here that I stitched on Ada. So this is Long May She Wave. So that one, I do Ada occasionally, but I do love the linen.
Yeah.
I love the feel of linen.
Yeah, I do too.
I can't do much higher than like 32 count though, because my
Yeah.
eyes can't see anymore.
Exactly.
But
Oh, so fun. What are the age range of your kids?
okay, so my oldest just turned 18 and she's moving out this month to go to college, which is so weird.
Kathy's daughter's moving, is going to college, not moving out,
Okay.
and it's like, oh,
It's bittersweet. I'm
Yeah.
so excited for her. She's so ready, but I'm like, oh, losing my best friend. So she's 18, and then my other daughter is 15, and then I have a 10-year-old son, and then I have boy-girl twins that are 8.
Oh.
So that's actually kind of how the name of my company came about, is Salt and Pepper, because my twins are so opposite. One is, my little boy is blondie with blue eyes, fair skin. And my daughter's got a little bit more complexion to her skin, dark hair and dark eyes. And my mom called them the Salt and Pepper twins. And so that just, and I get inspiration from my kids, and I just felt like that felt good for the name.
Oh,
so
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. That's a fun, when I was trying to come up with, when we first opened Pine Needles, and I had a meeting with the owners of Gardner Village the next day, because it was kind of a crazy way it happened, but I called and said I'd thought about opening up a cross stitch store, and so it was like I had to come up with a name of what I was going to name this store, because I needed to act like I knew what I was doing and that I had a plan. And I was just driving to work, my normal job, and I saw this pine tree, and I was like, oh, pine needles. Oh yeah, okay, I'll call it Pine Needles. And it was just like, I don't know.
It's perfect.
I didn't have time to debate whether or not it was a good name for it or whatever, but it was like I had to have a name by the morning.
Well,
But it's legit now.
So mine is not nearly as fun as what you came up with for yours.
No, yours is perfect. I love it. I love it.
So yeah, and so just about a year, but you've been illustrating for a number of years.
Yeah,
I mean working on illustration.
Yeah.
Fun.
It's been a fun adventure, and this just feels more my path. And the thing I do love about it is, with my art, I love creating, and then I love the fact that other people can create and have that joy of creating from my patterns.
Yeah.
So that it's been so fun.
It's not just something you enjoy, but you're able to
share it with everybody.
share it with everybody, because
So
it's amazing to take a raw piece of linen and threads and create
something
beautiful.
There's
out
something
of it,
amazing about creating. Yeah, I love it.
So do you enjoy most creating for holidays or for...
Mostly holidays.
Yeah.
I mean, holidays were huge in my house.
Mhm.
I mean, my mom made them so special
too.
with everything, and like just sewing costumes for Halloween
Yeah.
or stockings for Christmas, and
Yep.
just every holiday was so fun. And I feel like I pull a lot of my inspiration from kind of the nostalgic,
Yeah.
like childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think, for me, designing for holidays is just,
It's fun.
it's fun.
And a lot of
It's-
people like to decorate a
Yeah.
little bit for the holidays.
And that's Christmas. I mean, cross stitch is nice because you can put a little cross stitch project just anywhere, on a shelf,
Oh yeah.
on a table, on a little tray, on, you know, just
Mhm.
with a group of other things, and it just adds that fun design. I love how you use like trims and different finishing to what you do. Even on your pillow, adding the little bow here is just adds that touch.
Yeah,
Just so
it's fun.
cute.
I just collect random little things like
Yeah.
that. Like you get a gift from somebody, you pull the ribbon off and just stash it away
Yep.
for something
Yep.
like this.
So cute.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. Yeah, Kathy, last night when you were talking about you coming, and she's like, I hope she brings her spider.
Yes, the
So
spider.
we'd seen that.
I don't
That's
know. I
really
love the
fun.
spider.
Yeah.
There's just something about it.
Super fun.
Makes me happy.
So, what other things do you enjoy besides cross stitch?
I love traveling.
Travel?
I like to hike. I wouldn't say love, but I like
Right.
I like it. I love being in nature, but the actual hiking part.
Yeah. I love sitting while the group goes hiking. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of
And I
lazy.
love just playing games and just being with my family. Just
Yeah,
outdoor time with family is
Yeah.
probably my favorite.
for sure.
Talking about the family, I had that question for you. Like, your kids are like kind of your inspiration. You said, is there like any time they will be like, Mom, can you make a design of such and such?
So, I mean, sometimes they will ask me to draw pictures
Uh-huh.
so that they
Yeah.
can color them.
Right.
As far as stitching, no, not really.
Uh-huh.
I have had like a few people reach out on Instagram like, oh, you should design something like this. And sometimes I'm like,
Yeah.
that's cool.
But
But I have to find joy in it. Like I
Exactly.
have to be excited
Mhm.
about it for like I feel like the joy comes through in the design.
Yeah.
So if I
Yep.
start working on something that somebody's kind of asked for and it's just not working,
Yeah.
you know, you just can't do it.
Yep.
I've got to put out like my best work. So
yeah, I've
Okay.
found that too. I've had people, you should design this, and say, yeah, but that doesn't.
yeah.
If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it.
No, I agree.
You know?
It's stressful. And,
yeah.
and I think that's so. I did illustrate one children's book because
Mhm.
that's kind of what I wanted to do.
Right.
And the process was fun. I loved it, but I found myself feeling really stressed and I didn't enjoy
Mhm.
it as much as I thought I would. I think
Yeah.
it's because I had to do kind of what I was told.
And what their vision was versus
Yes,
your vision.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did have she was pretty good with giving me
Yeah.
creative license, but just doing this and on my own, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. You get to do what,
Whatever
what
I
you
want.
like. I love it. And I love you. You just have a unique style. I can look at your work and know it's you. And
Oh,
I think that
that's
says a
good.
lot for how you
Yeah, well,
design.
that's
I think
good.
that's awesome.
Sorry.
No,
I
good.
got one last question
Yeah,
okay,
for
please
both
go.
of you before you go. So, because you're both creators, how's that transitioning? For you, it's from Illustrator to, I don't know what's the program. Like, how's that transitioning? Or like for Sandy's different program jumping around. Is there like any time that you struggle with things? You just like
Oh.
feel like you cannot find answer or.
So I started designing cross stitch after I'd opened the store, and it was just on a simple little program. Then years later, and then I just designed on my computer, on that program, and then years later I wanted to design a fabric collection and knew nothing about that. I drew some different, a basic concept, presented it to them. They said yes. So then it was like, okay, now I got to figure out how to make a collection out of this. And I had to learn Illustrator in order to submit.
That's not an
Well,
easy program.
It's not an easy. So my first collection, my brother-in-law has a company, Design Type Service, and they do graphics and they do publishing and all kinds of things. And he knows Illustrator, so I would draw, and he would then convert it into Illustrator.
Okay.
And so it was a lot of back and forth. And I was like, I want to learn this program myself. So I was kind of self-taught on Illustrator, and then I went to a retreat with a friend that a friend put on, Amanda Herring, and it was part of the retreat was learning Illustrator.
Oh,
And so I already was kind of self-taught, but went there and learned a lot of new. But and then I ended up using Illustrator in my cross stitch process of designing. I would design something in Illustrator, and then I could convert it over into the cross stitch program. But
Did it get easier, I guess, over the
yeah,
time?
it's crazy because Illustrator is something I can lose all sense of time in.
Oh yeah.
I can sit and design and just play and just tweak and stuff in Illustrator for hours and have no concept of time. And so I really love it, and the more you work in it, the better you get. But
Yeah.
How about you?
I just think, well, sometimes like you get the burnout, so no inspiration's coming at all when you're designing, and I feel like that's when you just kind of set it aside and go do something completely different, just a different activity, or not even focusing on it all. And then it's funny because when you do get inspired, it floods.
Yeah,
it comes and comes and comes. Like I designed this one, and then all of a sudden, halfway through designing this one, I even just stopped and I went to this one, and then I was like, wait, this, and then I have a bunch more that I just like had to stop and just start designing.
Yeah, when it flows, it just flows.
It does, yeah.
And I've had times where I've been scheduled, like a number of years ago. Well, I'm doing a monthly now, but I would release like 3 kits a month for my wholesale cross stitch company, and sometimes you just don't have inspiration.
No.
You're like, I got nothing in my tank here. And honestly, people are this is probably outside of what I should be, but I honestly would start my morning and just like pray. I need something to come to me for this. I have this deadline.
Yes.
I'd be under so much pressure that I'd put on myself that when you're under that kind of stress, I couldn't do it. I couldn't design.
Yeah.
And so I'd start the morning like, please help me to be clear, and and through the day something would come. But sometimes it's getting myself completely in an environment unrelated to what I'm doing. If I'm designing cross stitch and it's not coming, sometimes it's go into quilting or go look through and get yourself outside of that.
Yeah, for sure.
To let that inspiration come.
That, and sometimes I just learned with the illustration, when you have to produce something, sometimes I just will randomly create something really ugly. I'm like, I'm just going to draw the ugliest thing I can, or create the ugliest thing, and then it kind of turns into something quirky, and you can kind of work with it. It's funny. I don't know. Sometimes you just play in a different direction.
So you kind of force yourself to put out some produce.
Yes, just to start somewhere, even if you're like planning on just like, I'm just going to do something weird just to see how it goes, and
it can start. It just starts
your brain
in that
going, and you
process.
Get creative. Yeah.
Do you both do you have goals? I guess I'd say it's like you don't really set number goals for yourself to create, right? Because it's kind of hard to just get it.
It's hard to put
away.
Yeah. I mean, I have a goal. I design one every month, but the concept I had when I started, it's this hilltop, so I kind of know what I'm building on. But I don't like. Well, if I don't work on a project that I'm committed to, I tend to have to 100 things. But
well, and for me it's just nice because I can work from home on my own time, and if inspiration hits, it hits, and then other times I'm like, I don't have time to create anything, so it's just whenever it hits is when I create, so I'm lucky that way.
That's nice.
Well, we appreciate so much you coming.
Well,
I know being on the camera isn't for everyone. It's not for me.
No, not for me.
But but we do it. So, and I appreciate you being willing.
Thank you. This is so fun, and it's so fun to meet you guys and get to chat. So thank you.
I have stalked you on Instagram from afar, and my sister and I are always like, oh, look what she did now. Look what she did now.
You meet wonderful people through Instagram.
Yeah, you really
it's
do.
A blessing for sure.
Do you have any new activity that's coming out, or like new things for your?
I do have a sneak peek. Thank you for reminding me. I totally forgot. So this is one that like after I did these cute witches and kind of got all these stitched up, I couldn't let the witches go. I love little Halloween witches. So here's a tiny little sneak peek of what I'm working on, you guys, and I'm so excited about it.
So cute. I love her glasses. I love
so
the
fun.
hair
I'm
color.
so excited to share this one when it's all finished. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I love
so
it.
Fun. So
love it. Do you do all your own stitching?
I do all my own stitching, and you guys, there are mistakes in every single one.
Oh, same here.
I didn't even cross over on all those on the F. And you know what? I don't know. I think somebody said, I think it's the Amish that like put a mistake in all their work because the only perfect person is God.
And so it keeps you humble.
Yes, and I'm like, well, hey, and
there you go.
The good thing about being the designer is if you're stitching, you make a mistake and you don't want to frog it.
Yeah.
You just change your pattern.
That's right. You just go on and change it like that. Yeah.
Change it and go with it.
You've not done a mistake as big as what I did when I left a letter out of a word on a kit. It said, instead of the word kindness, I stitched it and it said kidness.
Hey.
And I was in production at a market
Oh no.
Had sold hundreds of kits before I realized. Because my brain thought it said kindness.
Yeah.
I know how to spell kindness.
Yes.
But somehow I'd done kidness.
Yeah,
so.
I've missed stuff before in my charts, and people
Yeah.
have been kind enough to point it
Hopefully they're
out.
kind.
No, they are really kind about it, and I put out a correction, but I'm like, please be patient with me.
Yeah.
I'm new, and there's a
Yeah.
lot going on.
That's
so
awesome.
everyone's been amazing.
And so, do you have new Christmas designs in the works?
I do have some Christmas designs in the works, and I'm
Lovely.
excited. So
Yay!
hopefully we can get to those soon. If the
Oh,
witch
so
ones
cute.
stop, if they
Yeah,
stop
no,
coming.
you have to do what's flowing.
Yes,
Yeah, you got to
yep,
do
and
what's...
right now.
Yep.
Yep, it's Halloween. I'm all about the Halloween
Yeah.
right now.
It looks like you have plenty for Halloween
Yes.
this year.
So if you guys want Halloween patterns, these
Yeah.
three are available. So
Yep. Love it.
super fun, and they're quick to stitch.
Yeah. And we'll have the links on the video, and they can go to your page and
Yeah.
take a look. So,
And then your Instagram account is salt and pepper.
It's salt.pepper.stitching
And then
on Instagram.
everybody can just
at
find
salt.pepper.stitching.
Yes.
So, go find her, follow her.
Say hello.
Yeah, say hello, tell her you saw her on Table Talk, and awesome.
Okay.
One other question I had. Do you use a lot of hand-dyed threads? Do you use DMC? Do you mix it up?
I mix it up a little bit. I
Yeah.
mostly stick to DMC. So when I do my charts, I will just give DMC colors.
Mhm.
Usually, and then I will say, hey, this sample was stitched with weeks dye work
Yeah.
or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
But you give them that option.
I give
for
them the
DMC,
option.
which
I like
is so good because
DMC is just easier to find for most people.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So,
yeah.
okay. Well, thank you for joining us this week for Table Talk. We appreciate it and hope you enjoyed our guest, and we will see you next week.